My name is Jeff Anderson. This is Mike Finnegan. We are the attorneys for some very courageous survivors. And John Doe 1 in particular, who has been the leader in disgorging documents and depositions. The most recent that we received and we're now releasing today is that of now Archbishop Robert Carlson in St. Louis, formerly an auxiliary bishop in the Archdiocese of St. Paul, Minneapolis, formerly the Chancellor here as well, and he was for 15 years the handler of the sexual abuse, a problem, and the suppressor of the scandal under the head of the Archbishop and for the Archdiocese. We have taken his deposition many times, but recently in the Doe 1 case took his deposition in St. Louis, got the transcript on a Friday, and we are now releasing that, both the transcript and the video. It is alarming, it is disturbing, it is stunning. It is alarming, stunning, and disturbing because he doesn't remember. He doesn't remember anything about what he did. And it is disturbing because what he does remember is that he didn't report to the police, that he never turned anything over to law enforcement, and that he never did anything effectively to remove offenders from ministry to protect the kids. So there's a few things that we think we've pulled out that highlight why it is so disturbing and deceptive when he says he doesn't remember. And when I say he doesn't remember, I point to one of the exhibits here first that shows on November 25th, 1980, from Carlson. He has a meeting with Father Thomas Adamson to discuss a report that another priest, Wojda, who's an offender, had brought to the chancery. At that meeting, Adamson admitted the sexual contact with the kid and pointed out that it reflects a pattern which is both a gross case of mismanagement on his part and destroys the long-term effectiveness in the Archdiocese. That meeting, Adamson admits the abuse. Carlson is at it. And when we ask him about this meeting in the deposition, he says, "I don't remember." Portion of it then ask you a question about it. You write, on Monday, November 24th, 1980, Father Korth and I met with Father Adamson to discuss the report that Father Wojda brought to the Chancery. What can you tell me about that meeting with Father Adamson concerning the report?
I don't remember the meeting, which took place a long time ago, but I have no reason to doubt what I said here was accurate.
So you have no independent recollection of having met with Adamson at the time of this document?
I believe that what I wrote at that time to be true, but I don't remember the meeting at this time by memory.
It goes on to state, he admitted the sexual contact with blank, that is the name of the kid, is blacked out. My question to you is, do you remember Adamson admitting to you and Father Korth that he had abused this kid when you met with him?
I don't remember it, but if it's here, I believe it to be true.
A priest admitting to you that he had abused a kid is a pretty shocking thing, isn't it?
Correct.
It's not an ordinary event in the course of your official duties in the Archdiocese as a priest, correct? During that deposition, he was asked by us about a number of offenders who he met with and who admitted having abused children and having committed a crime just like that. And he was asked about how he handled it and what he did and didn't do. Never once did he report to the police, but what was shocking also by his memory or his choice not to have a memory and his amnesia around it is he said 193 times to those questions, "I do not remember." 193 times under oath he said, "I do not remember." A familiar refrain, you heard Archbishop Flynn say something similar. What's equally disturbing, and let's look at 301. No, okay, let's go to what he told Bishop Waters to do when his deposition was going to be taken in 1987. And
I bring to your attention to page 3.
And just by way of introduction, at the time I took Bishop Waters' deposition in 1987 on the Adamson case, I had already taken Bishop Carlson's deposition. And in anticipation of that, as was revealed in the deposition, Waters had called Carlson to ask him if it was as bad as it seemed. And Carlson gave Waters some advice about what he should do and say under oath when asked the question about what he knew and what he did. And here's what he's told, what Bishop Carlson told Bishop Waters to do.
55, Archbishop. And go to page 54, and at line 25, the question is, other than Mr. Blanick, your attorney, co-counsel, when did you discuss it with Father Adamson? Answer, well, we have been in contact, perhaps every 2 weeks. The last time was probably 10 days ago. Question, okay, I will get back and ask you about that a little later. Have you discussed it with anybody else in preparation for this deposition today, knowing that you were going to be asked questions about it? Answer, I guess Bishop Carlson, after I received his deposition. I said, is that as tough as it looks like, you know? Question, is it? Answer, he said, the best thing you can say is, I don't remember. Is that what you told Bishop Waters to do in his deposition?
I have no knowledge of the discussion. I would simply say, I don't think I ever said that.
So do you say it's a coincidence that he testified that you told him that the best thing you can say is to not remember, and that today you don't remember?
I never.
I'm going to object to the form of that question. It's argumentative, there's no foundation, and it's hearsay, obviously.
I don't remember having this discussion. I don't think I ever said that.
What discussion did you have with him?
Again, I don't remember with any accuracy.
Well, how can you deny having had that discussion if you can't testify to what discussion you did have?
Because I don't think he would ever call me.
think of that? The now Archbishop, former Bishop and Chancellor in charge of this issue in the Archdiocese 193 times in this deposition says he doesn't remember, but 1987 he gave that same advice to Archbishop Waters in anticipation of that deposition.